All right, we're back in Traverse Town.
You spend a little bit more time here than I realize. Like, every time I come here, when I've started a game and failed to keep going, this takes more time than I thought.
Mm-hmm. Equipped our first ability there, Slapshot.
And so the guy's body becomes nothing. Oh no.
So, this scene pisses me off. Because this is... Yes, because this is supposed to be the part where we learn a lot about this universe's rules. I think that what we are supposed to be seeing is someone falling to darkness, like, falling to the darkness in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
So we see it before our eyes, but it could easily be instead a Heartless predating on someone and stealing their heart.
Oh, Heartless can do that?
Yes. And what makes it even more muddled is the fact that that is a soldier. It's an emblem Heartless, which is an artificial Heartless, not a pureblood. So it would have to be a Heartless stealing the heart, but the Heartless isn't around before it actually happens. It's the heart flies off and then the Heartless appears. It's so poorly done for something that should be super straightforward and clear.
Could it be that the soldier Heartless was the one predating, even though they really did a bad job of showing that?
I mean, given where the lore was at this point, I'm pretty sure that the soldier was stealing his heart.
Right.
That is... I'm pretty sure that that's what that's supposed to be, but the fact that the soldier wasn't on screen before the guy's heart is taken out of his body really muddies things.
Huh. I like that detail. That's cute.
Which one?
Both things. At first I was saying the little guides, because you see those at, like, hotels.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I didn't know that there was somebody that would talk to you about stuff. Oh.
Yep, so little hint there, which you'd have to do that twice in order to see it.
When they say multicultural, it's gonna get wacky. Because so many different worlds and junk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this building here, if it's where I think it is, I'm not going to say it until I know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay. So the outside of this building's aesthetics do not match the inside of this building's aesthetics, and it always makes it hard for me to remember where it is.
So I do like this, where you go through different doors in the second district, and then Donald and Goofy just are constantly barely missing you. And I love the Gizmo shop so
cool.
much. This is that Toontown aesthetic, but it's not quite the like Mickey's Toontown that you know. It's a little bit different. Gives this game an identity.
ToonCore. Actually, I guess that's a thing thanks to Bendy and the Ink Machine. Boy, that just never went anywhere. Well, at least we got pumpkin potions out of it, so... Actually, that might not even be related. But yeah, the stained glass of the outside of this building is such a gorgeous look.
So, this game's tone was originally very different from what it ended up being. It was very silly and slapstick. Sora, Riku, and Kairi were far more cartoonishly expressive, and they were like fighting Heartless by playing them in pool.
That'd be like if they made a Kingdom Hearts, but it was Looney Tunes x Final Fantasy.
Yeah, so some concept art of that exists. I'm not sure if I've personally seen it, but they during development they changed the tone as they felt the game was shaping up to be a little too immature.
Yeah. Have you ever... You probably never played it, but do you know about the Toontown MMO?
I did know about that. Yeah, I think at one point I really, really wanted to play it, but I was like 10 and couldn't figure out that kind of stuff and downloading, and so I never ended up doing it.
Yeah, it's a miracle I played RuneScape on dial-up in hindsight.
Over the years, I've tried a couple of MMOs, but around 16, I think I tried one for about a week, and then I just realized I gotta stop trying MMOs. These are just not what I want out of video games.
Because you mentioned sillier tone, and frankly, I believe that Toontown MMO had a much more goofy tone to it.
As it should.
Yeah. I do love the fast travel. You just you have a portable hole you pull out of your pants and throw it on the ground. It's very good. Dalmatian's house. This is also weird that it's these fellows. I did not understand the cues. I kept running around in circles, not getting how you actually wind up finding these two guys.
Yeah, you keep missing them. A lot of these, I'm not even sure if it's fully understood the exact scripting on what triggers these scenes. They just kind of happen.
That's interesting.
I think some people have done some experiments and they've gotten inconsistent results in doing things in different orders.
I find it fascinating, at least in this game, that you never meet Roger or Anita.
Remind me of who those are.
They are the owners of Pongo and... shoot. Oh, I forgot her name.
Perdita.
Thank you, Perdita. Oh, Perdita and Anita. I never... But yeah, because clearly, unless these dogs have the ability to use their thumbs, which, I don't know, maybe they do. But, yeah.
It could be that this was from their world and just they all got here, because Traverse Town, and this causes some problems with the lore later, Traverse Town is supposedly made up of bits of worlds that have fallen to darkness.
Okay. Yeah, I always wondered how this place existed, like... It's like Kingdom Hearts Australia. No, that's not a good...
It's really a refugee camp from people whose worlds fell to darkness.
Right.
But yeah, since it's a world from Kingdom Hearts 1, they keep wanting to revisit it, and they sometimes they have a decent excuse for how that's possible, but they don't always. And I personally have felt that they have never, in all of the times they've reiterated on Traverse Town, they have never recaptured the beauty and magic of this first games.
I'm of the opinion that a mod that you must play this game with is always have magnet grab. Because seeing you run around and not having the little treasures, prizes suck into you is like driving me crazy.
Yeah, Treasure Magnet is less of an ability as much as it is a quality of life feature once you acquire it in the game. So I am very happy once I actually do get Treasure Magnet a little bit later. Even just one makes a huge difference.
Before I forget about the Dalmatians, I don't know how much awkward zombie comics you've read, but her darkest...
I think I know exactly which one you're about to talk about.
Yeah, the one where they're in Atlantica and he opens the chest and 3 puppies float out. Oh, gosh.
Oh, that one is great, and actually, jumping ahead a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that is the exact reason why there's actually no puppies found in Atlantica at all.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I thought that she made the joke because you find puppies underwater.
No, I think that she made the joke about why they didn't do it, but there's actually a different awkward zombie comic that features the... Oh, wait, no, it's not the Dalmatians, it's Lady and the Tramp, but still. That has to do with gummy ships.
Oh, that's funny.
Pretty Stone. These things have one purpose and one purpose only. You sell them for a bit of money.
Honestly, if Kingdom Hearts had more regular mainline releases, and they started to have to dig the bottom of the barrel, I'd be interested to see them having to adapt, like, Fox and the Hound, Aristocats. I mean, I don't know. Is there any Lady and the Tramp references in these games, or nah?
There is one in this game. We'll see it later.
Okay.
Yeah, since this was their first time, they more or less had their pick in terms of what to use. So they didn't really feel the need to be like, I guess we can kind of swing this one a little bit, maybe. Which is what they would have to do for something like the Aristocats. And for Lady and the Tramp, it's like, oh, well, we can just throw this right here. It's fine.
Yeah. Now, that Mad Hatter shop raises questions to me, because is the Mad Hatter still, like, I'm trying to remember, he shows up when we go there, right?
The Mad Hatter himself as a character has never appeared
Really?
in any Kingdom Hearts game.
Well, I guess we can just assume he's in that shop behind that locked door.
Exactly how isn't clear, but I consider the Mad Hatter being on that sign as more of a wink-wink Easter egg rather than a canon,
Right.
oh yeah, the Mad Hatter is here. I think it was just that they had, like, a clothes shop and they couldn't resist.
Alex, somebody stole my identity!
So I like this bit right here where you come back to the first district and the Heartless are attacking. It's like, oh, there really is no safe haven.
Yeah. Man, that Ed Wynn impression may be one of the worst things I've ever done just now. I'm gonna listen back to that and cringe. Ed Wynn being the voice actor for Mad Hatter back in the day.
But yeah, this sequence is just a little bit free form, you know? You're expected to just sort of walk around a bit until you happen to trigger the next sequence, which I will in just a second here.
Oh, are you selling stuff? Oh.
Just selling my 2 pretty stones.
I've never seen this screen.
Oh, I didn't know you could sell stuff?
It's not that I don't know if it's that I didn't know as much as I just never saw a reason. Because it seemed like money was never really an issue as somebody who completely ignored the gummy ship building.
There are a handful of items that can be quite helpful later on that you probably won't have the money for.
Right.
Who are you?
And they'll keep on coming at you, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why?
And here's
Why
our
would
next
you
Final
choose someone
Fantasy
like you?
character.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
Really coming on strong
Alright.
here, Leon. Like,
Then have it your way.
you, no wonder the kid fought you.
Yeah.
So here we have Squall from Final
Whoa!
Fantasy VIII. Yeah, you can whack projectiles back at him.
Yeah, I had no hope of beating him.
He is honestly pretty difficult.
This should help.
Even I'm on proud mode here, and I don't think I can consistently beat him, and I do usually have to use items. But yeah, redirect a fireball back to him, he gets stunned.
Okay, that makes it a little easier. Glad it's not Bayonetta rules where you lose ranking if you use items during a fight or whatever the heck it is.
This should
Yeah. This is where guard would really be nice, that you don't have
Yeah.
to time things quite so specifically. So yeah,
Nice.
No way.
they call Squall Leon in this series purely because they wanted to refer to him without giving away that it's Squall from Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay. It's kind of weird.
Oh, you're
And they've
something,
stuck
Leon.
with it even in later games where obviously it's long past the point where his identity was secret.
I went easy on him.
It's Yuffie.
It
Looks like things
is.
are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
So as a kid, oh, I never noticed they have a little latch on that. So that's how he takes it off. The keychain on the end of the keyboard, that is.
Okay, so this cutscene was added in Final Mix, and that means that this is after the voice actors got a little bit older, and so these Final Mix exclusive scenes are unvoiced.
Oh.
I mean, in terms of the English version, these weren't even released officially in English until 2013, long after Osmond's voice had changed. So, and the thing is that a lot of Japanese fans of Kingdom Hearts actually consider the English versions to be like the real canon main versions. The reason being that the final mix versions are always, even in Japan, are only have the English voice track.
Huh.
So yeah, and because of that, those scenes were never voiced.
What? You can't be here. You're dead!
Hi, Aerith.
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up.
Sora, you're tripping out.
He's concussed.
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, so that was something they kind of went with in this game and never directly went back on, but never really brought up again. The idea that the Keyblade wielder, like, sends out a beacon that attracts Heartless.
It's like the ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings. I keep mentioning that series, and I don't watch it.
So, Leon here was originally going to have longer hair in Final Fantasy VIII, and his Kingdom Hearts designs, noticeably longer hair is a reference to that.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one.
Here's an important mechanic that actually is fairly consistent across the series. Non-Keyblade wielder holding a Keyblade jumps back to the actual wielder's hand.
Why don't you start making sense?
Which does beg the question of how they got Sora here and the Keyblade if they couldn't pick it up.
I'm just imagining they like picked it up, threw it. No, through Sora, still holding it, unconscious.
They've been secret because they've never been connected.
They probably had to like hold his hand holding the Keyblade the way while they carried him.
The Heartless?
The ones who attacked you. You remember?
So yeah, Squall and Yuffie are telling Sora all this stuff, while at the same time, Aerith is telling Donald and Goofy the same thing.
That's kind of cool.
And they intercut between them.
Have you heard of someone named Ansem?
Sam? He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
And now we're getting the greater plot really getting explained to us.
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
I don't know what that was, but I loved it.
Keyblade.
Yeah, that's like the only time they do a little fourth wall break with Donald, where it's like, I don't know, it's a strange little moment.
After you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My
Took you
island?
that long to
Riku.
realize that
Hurry.
you just escaped the
Yeah.
destruction of your home and you don't know where your friends are?
Your mom? Oh, no, I don't care about her. But my house? So, wait,
Yeah.
which game did you say Leon is from?
Final Fantasy VIII.
Ah. And Yuffie is from 7?
Yes. As is Aerith. Alright, so right there, I'm like, hey, open up the chest, and he's like, it's locked. And then, over here, we are going to get the famous line. Wait, no, first we talk with Squall. Keyblade can unlock anything. You're bound to run across treasure chests and other locks. Try it out. Okay, and now...
Well, now that I believe I can do it.
Alright, now you can open up chests.
I always hated as a kid that he didn't jam the Keyblade into the keyhole and twist it.
Ah, the meme. It's the meme. Yuffie sitting on the bed in that
Oh,
pose saying,
that
the
meme.
Keyblade can open all kinds of
Oh
locks.
no.
And you know what? This line isn't any better.
What is it? Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie. The second one, there's a scene that comes to mind.
So, instead of Yuffie, Riku from Final Fantasy X was supposed to be in this game, but they did not want two characters named Riku, so they replaced her with Yuffie.
And yet they changed the name of the character of Squall, so what was the problem?
Well, the problem was that they were... I guess they didn't want... They wanted to change the name for Leon for Squall to preserve his identity, but for Riku, it was just a little bit hard to work around that.
Makes sense.
The costume that Yuffie is wearing here is what Riku would have worn if she was in Kingdom Hearts. It was it's not either character's normal outfit.
Oh, Riku's a girl?
Yes.
I see. I'm not very well versed in Final Fantasy.
Nor am I. I know most of this because I looked up trivia. All right, so right there, that was the tip from the front desk to hit the clock, hit it 9 times, which is very annoying because the hitbox is very specific, to spawn that chest and get a pretty good synthesis item.
I can do it. I can do it 9 times. Oh, gosh.
So Aerith was originally going to have her name spelled Aerith, like how it was rendered in the original Final Fantasy VII, but it was changed to the now standard Aerith late in development. Her name is never spoken out loud here or in, I think, any Kingdom Hearts game, and it was apparently never said out loud in general until Crisis Core in 2007.
That's crazy.
They weren't quite sure how they wanted to render it in English because of the inconsistencies.
Oh no.
Go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go.
So when he shoots the fireball at you, I'm assuming he's pulling the trigger on his gun?
Probably.
Oh,
Donald got smushed.
I have a false memory of him doing the flat as a paper falling down thing.
Alright, so this little sequence right here, we're being attacked by Heartless, and at this point you can go back to the first district and talk to Aerith. She'll give you a Mega Potion. I didn't know / forgot about this and couldn't find a way to incorporate it seamlessly, so I did not do this, but you can.
Yeah,
at this point.
what's one potion?
But it's a Mega Potion. It's a Mega.
That's more than a high potion, right?
No, so a regular potion is like 30% of your health. A high potion is like 60% or something. A Mega Potion is a regular potion, but to your entire party.
I see. I wish Pokemon did that, because Potion, Super Potion, Hyper Potion, they all have discrete amounts they heal, but I wish it was a percentage, because eventually potions become next to useless when you get to the end game.
It's weird that Pokemon went with Potion, like the box standard fantasy name for it, instead of coming up with a different name for the basic healing item. It's like all of these people in this fairly modern world are LARPing in fantasy terms.
Gosh, are these the Heartless guys?
So he's never seen a Heartless before, huh?
Supposedly. Womp womp.
Ouch.
Boy meets duck and dog. What is it with, like, dog and bird? Because there's Donald and Goofy, there's Banjo and Kazooie, there's Duck Hunt. Like, I know Banjo is a bear. But
Okay,
it's like,
I was waiting to be like, as much as we all want to pet the giant death doggos, bears are not dogs.
You know, like a very furry mammal type.
It's got
what is it with that dichotomy?
I don't know. They might have been the ones to start it, honestly.
All right, so this is the first point at which it's very noticeable. One of the changed features in Final Mix is that the Heartless all have different color palettes. So this guy,
yeah.
as I believe in the original game, is more purple.
Yeah.
And now he's red, white, blue, and yellow here. This guy can really catch you off guard. That jump move, those feet have really weird, unintuitive hitboxes, and they can really smack you hard.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically fighting Rayman right now, or Mecha Rayman, which makes this very difficult to know what his reach actually is.
And, you know, here they're showing off the 3D technology where you're hitting each individual piece, and it can destroy them all individually.
It really helps to have the lock on. Like, I don't know how you'd play this game without it.
So, earlier, when I fought Squall, Leon, the cutscene, you can either win or lose against him. The cutscene afterwards is different, depending on how it works. Basically, they're like, Sora won, but then he collapses anyway. And if you lose, Sora just collapses.
Right.
Squall's fine.
Yeah, I've never seen the winning cutscene before, so that was interesting. Which is funny, because I started watching the Snapcube playthrough of this. And maybe I don't know, I can't remember. Whoa, you guys just really... Oh my gosh! It's like that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure meme.
Hey, if you can get free hits, it gets you more MP.
Oh, it
so
does?
It's usually worth your while.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
You get MP every time you get a hit. It's not much, but it can add up.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting moment right there. A giant heart escapes from the Heartless after you defeat it, implying that this is like this is an emblem Heartless, so it is artificial. But I think it's implying that it either stole a very powerful heart or a whole lot of hearts that are represented by one big one.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Here's another scene that gets flashed back to a lot, since it's where Sora, Donald, and Goofy formally start adventuring together.
But we need them to come with us to help us find the king.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
But I don't want to, Dad.
Yeah, I guess.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand?
Oh,
No frowning, no sad face, okay?
Oh, right there behind Donald is the Lady in the Tramp
like
fountain.
us.
Oh!
Whoa.
Yes, but ones on happy faces.
Happy?
So I think that's literal? They bring this back up in Kingdom Hearts 3, the idea that the gummy ship is powered by happy faces. It could just be them continuing the bit, but...
I mean, if that's true, then Goofy is carrying the weight on that.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one, one for all.
That actually comes back in a later game.
I need to watch the Three Musketeers Disney movie again.
Up, and we have the villains.
Who'd have thought it? Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child.
If you have any knowledge of Disney, this gives away a pretty big amount of the game.
Yeah.
That'll settle things quick enough.
And the brat's friends are the king's lackeys. Swung on the eyes, they're all built rats by the look of them. You're no prize yourself.
I think Oogie Boogie was the only one I didn't know who it was.
Enough. The key.
Oh, Maleficent, you really need a more prominent role in these games.
Yeah.
They keep teasing it, and they keep not doing it. It needs to happen in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Either way, he could be quite
She's been
useful.
gestating a plan that we have no idea what it involves.
Really?
Over the past, like, 20 years.
Huh. All I can
Yeah,
say
15.
all I can say is I don't care when it happens. If they have to dig up James Woods for Kingdom Hearts sequels as time goes on, so be it. That man was born to play Hades.
I think that is one of the reasons why Hercules keeps being brought back in Kingdom Hearts. I want to say that it wasn't until Dream Drop Distance that they had a Kingdom Hearts game that didn't have Olympus Coliseum in it in one way or another. Alright, so if you beat Leon in the fight, you get an elixir.
Yay.
Alright, so Aerith's voice actress is Mandy Moore.
Really?
Yes, the pop star who would go on to voice Rapunzel in Tangled. Interestingly, she would not reprise her role as Rapunzel when Tangled made it into Kingdom Hearts.
That's surprising. I'm guessing they just didn't want to pay her that much. I don't know. Who knows?
Kelsey Lansdowne voiced her, is her Kingdom Hearts voice actress, so...
How you feel like she did a pretty good job?
I think she did, yeah. Leon is David Boreanaz, most known for Angel and Bones. And I don't think I have information on Yuffie's.
Yeah.
Alright, Sora, we got a bunch of basic gameplay stuff that you haven't gotten yet, so here you go. First magic spell.
It's the spell where he says "see ya" a lot, I think.
I think it is fire, yeah. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 has a unique way of handling MP versus any other game in the series. We can go more into detail about that maybe when it comes up more in gameplay, but I think it works pretty well, and it would be a viable way to do it if they wanted to revisit it, because they've been mostly focused on stuff that either doesn't require MP or doing it the Kingdom Hearts 2 way.
Yay, dodge roll!
You're gonna need it. It's critical in this game.
I like to picture that Donald taught Sora a fast fire spell, because it's like... It just feels like you learn spells in this game at arbitrary points sometimes, almost.
Yeah, it's never really integrated into the story when Sora learns particular things. He just gets them at a point appropriate to the game. Oh yes, and Aerith's role in this game was originally supposed to go to Aya from Parasite Eve, but the Final Fantasy VII team requested it be Aerith instead.
That's interesting. I feel like it was healing for a lot of Final Fantasy VII fans to see her not stabbed.
At the time, I'm sure that, I mean, Final Fantasy VII was still the bee's knees in the early 2000s. Like, it wasn't that long since it came out, and it was such a phenomenon. I'm sure that the higher-ups at Square Enix and Disney were not in any way opposed to pimping that game above all others.
I do predict when they... I've never read this.
I'm not going to be going into all of the journal.
It's interesting.
Just sort of showing it here. On the subject of Donald and Goofy's outfits, early trailers show Donald and Goofy in their classic outfits, but it was actually Disney that requested new costumes that would appear more adventurous.
That's fun.
And we actually will see their classic outfits much, much later, at the very end of the game, but that's the only time. In fact, I think it's the only time we see them in those throughout the entire franchise.
Now, I would say this is a spoiler for the remakes of Final Fantasy VII, but I really... It's not as much a prediction as much as wishful thinking. I do want to see them hard pivot away from the plot. I don't know. I still need to play Final Fantasy VII before I even touch those remakes. Ugh, JRPGs take too long.
So, right there, we got a glimpse of another thing that I changed in my consistent localization mod. In this game, all of the gummy parts are signified by a -G at the end. Starting with Kingdom Hearts 2, which the numbered games are the only ones that have had gummy stuff in any way. In 2 and 3, they instead signify it with a /G, and so I changed it all to a /.
Nice. So, everybody complains about Donald and Goofy wasting items. What's your thought on that?
Yes, they do that. It's not worth it.
I never give them items.
It in specific circumstances against specific bosses, you definitely do want to give them some, especially in the harder ones, because even if they waste them, if the optional bosses are at the end of the game anyway. And if you're having trouble against a particular, even just regular boss, yeah, go ahead and give them some items at the beginning, but otherwise, don't bother. They will waste them.
Do you feel like this tuning menu actually works all right?
It can be a little bit helpful, but the main problem is that you can't turn certain things off entirely. In later games, like Donald's magic would become an ability that you could toggle off, so it's like, Donald, stop curing, because the specific thing I'm doing right now, I don't want you casting any spells, and you can give them much more definite AI subroutines.
Right.
Such as don't attack anything, because there are points in this... Basically, Donald has the same magic that Sora has at any given time. And sometimes you really don't want him using certain spells, and he does it anyway.
Oh.
Alright, so here's one of our collectibles, the Trinities. And it is very bizarre that they went with this due to the way the party system works, because the only way you can activate these is with Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and if you have a guest star party member, they have to take the slot of either Donald or Goofy, and you can't activate Trinities.
There's got to be a mod to fix that.
I don't think anyone's ever made that. It's just kind of annoying, and then they kind of fixed it in Kingdom Hearts 2. They changed the way things worked so that it's no longer a problem, but then they removed Trinity marks anyway, so it's not even, you don't even have to worry about it. That seems to happen a lot. Like, games will have something that's annoying, and then they change it so that it's no longer annoying, but then they removed it in the first place, so it doesn't matter.
I feel like there was another company that did that, but I can't put my finger on it. It was like, instead of fixing a game mechanic, we're just going to remove it anytime there's a complaint. I swear it's on the tip of my tongue.
What do you think about that? Supposedly, one of the reasons why Final Fantasy characters were included in the game at all was just so that they wouldn't have to create quite so many new characters for minor roles.
That's handy.
This might provide another insight into why the Final Fantasy characters were seriously de-emphasized, particularly following Kingdom Hearts 2, as it would be seen as a... having them here would be seen as a pragmatic move that was no longer needed. However, as of the release of Kingdom Hearts 3 and the feedback from it, it's clear that they've realized, oh, people actually really, really, really liked the Final Fantasy characters. Let's start using those again. That's it for this part. We will see you next time.